Hello, everyone. I am Jeffrey, and this is the question of the month. So I'm a little groggy. I'm about to have my coffee. It's brewing, and have my breakfast. But before that, I wanted to answer the question of the month. The question of the month is, who has been a true supporter of your HIV journey? And I'm going to be very honest, and I don't want to sound narcissistic or anything of that nature, but I believe that I've been my biggest supporter. When I was first diagnosed, I was diagnosed with AIDS. There was also the chance that, I had no immune system. So there was also the chance that the medication would not work with my strain of HIV. You know, there are different strains. We were hoping, and it did end up working out. But I felt like I couldn't put that burden of stress on anyone else. All of my friends at the time were not educated enough about HIV. They asked me questions and they were looking to me to provide the answers, and I was going through the journey. I remember a good friend of mine at the time, he kept asking me questions about the conditions that I was in, and at one point I snapped and I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I kept living my life. I kept going out, and he kept inviting me out. And how do I explain to a friend who keeps inviting me out? And I'll tell you this story. This friend was a friend who I used to party with and things like that. He kept wanting me to embrace life. He invited me out one day. We had this big blowout fight because he wanted me to do cocaine, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that, because I knew I had no immune system. So at the time, I've been my biggest supporter through my journey, because I had to educate myself on what I was doing to my body and how it was affecting me. No one around me had any of the information. People were looking to me to answer questions that I didn't even have the answer to. So that's what actually began my whole journey, and why I am doing the work that I do now, where I'm a counselor and I'm a peer counselor and I educate people about HIV. That's what really began, because I didn't have the answers. So yes, the answer to my question, who has been the biggest supporter of myself through my HIV journey, has been me. I had to do that for myself, because I knew I didn't want to be dead. I didn't want to die. So I had to do that for myself, and that's why I'm the biggest supporter. Now, after a while, after I got a handle of after I became undetectable and was able to answer all those questions for other people, they have joined in and been a big support. My sister, my best friend, and other people. But initially at the beginning, and even throughout this whole journey, I've been my biggest supporter. I had to go out there and support myself, educate myself, and know what was happening with my body. And yeah, it was lonely, but now there's a bunch of people behind me, and I'm happy about that. So that's the question of the month. I'm Jeffrey. Bye-bye.